Hello, beautiful human. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Lisa, and this class today is a morning yoga stretch. So this is perfect to do in the morning to get the blood flowing, to stretch out after a night of sleep. This is also a good practice to do after work if you've been sitting all day, or any time that you just need to wake up and get the blood flowing. So no equipment today. Blocks are always handy, but they're not mandatory. And other than that, let's start laying on our backs, and don't worry, we won't stay here for too long. So just coming onto our backs, legs are extended long down the mat. And then bring the legs together. So bring them to touch. Reach the arms towards the back of your room or the back of your mat. And then take an inhale. Reach the hands and the feet in opposite directions. Big full body stretch here. Arch through the lower back. And then as you exhale, slowly release. Take the arms back down by your sides. Bend the right knee. Place the right foot on the floor. Bend the left knee. Place the left foot on the floor. And then bring the knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a big hug here. And just gently sway from side to side. Massaging out through the low back area. Find some stillness in the center. Take your hands to your knees. And let's take the knees in opposite circles here. So bring them out to opposite sides of the mat. Forward and then back in towards the chest. Keep going just like this. One knee going counterclockwise, one going clockwise. And you choose how big you would like the circles to be. Pause wherever you are and go in the opposite direction. Take some nice deep breaths here. Pause again and bring your knees back through center. Keep the ankles and the knees together and bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Open the knees out nice and wide, so creating a diamond shape with the legs, or a butterfly position with the legs, and cactus the arms, so bending them at 90 degrees out to the sides, opening up through the chest here. Feel free to make this a nice gentle butterfly, so drawing the heels away from your groin. Now let's add some movement in here. Thinking about your left knee pointed up towards the ceiling, and then bring it all the way over to the right, stacking on top of your right knee. So gentle little twist here. But let's keep moving. Open that left knee back out to the left side. And let's move to the right. Right knee up and over to the left. Let's keep going just like this. Reopen the right knee. Think about the idea of opening and closing a book. Left knee comes up and over, closing the book. And reopen it. Right side, close and open. And let's add on from here. Bring the left knee over to the right and then extend through that left leg. So little kick, you don't actually have to kick, just extend the leg, rebend it, open the left knee up. Right side, bring it over to the left, kick through that leg, rebend it, open it back to the right. Keep going just like this. And make it feel good. So if this extension of the leg doesn't feel good for you, don't do it. Let's do one more each side. And next time you come over to the left, keep the knees bent and stacked. And let's hold this static twist here. So cactusing that right arm and either gazing over the right shoulder or up towards the ceiling, whatever feels better for you. Think about driving the knees away from self, so towards the bottom left corner of your mat. On an inhale, open the right knee back out to the right. Left knee comes over. And we'll hold our twist on the right side. Again, thinking about the knees pointing away from self. Bring the knees through center and bring them back in towards your chest. Take your hands to the backs of your thighs and let's rock and roll along the spine. So rolling back and forth here. Get some momentum, just massaging out through the muscles on the back body, and then gain enough momentum to come up to a seat facing the front of your mat. Crossing at the ankles, roll over your shins, tabletop position. Shoulders are over the wrists, hips are over the knees, back toes can be tucked or untucked, you choose. Take an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, cow. Exhale, press the back of the heart up, tuck chin, tuck tailbone, cat. Inhale, drop the belly, cow. And exhale, cat. Keep going just like this, and if you want to add in any little movements like hip circles, feel free to do so, whatever helps you feel mobile and loose through the back body. And find some stillness in the center. Come back to that tabletop position. Think about your right knee. Keep it bent and then open it out to the side like a puppy peeing on a fire hydrant. And exhale, lower it back down. Inhale, lift it back up, flex your foot. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift, hold. And then extend the right leg. Place the right foot on the floor so the toes are pointing towards the front of your room or the front of your mat. Tuck your left toes, and we're just looking to find a little stretch through that right inner thigh here. If it feels good for you, start to shift the bum back towards that left heel. So coming into a half child's pose here, take the forearms down to the mat and just let the neck and the head hang heavy. Also stretching out through the bottom of the left foot. Press down through your hands, lift up the elbows, come back to that tabletop position with the right leg extended. Take the right fingertips behind your right ear. Inhale, right elbow up towards the ceiling. Find a little twist here. And then exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, reach. Inhale, twist, elbow up. Exhale, thread and reach. Inhale, twist. Exhale, thread and reach. Great. Plant the right hand, walk the hands in towards your left knee, and lift the torso. So stacking the shoulders over the hips here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand onto that outer right thigh, and then arc over to the right with the left hand. Gate pose, a big stretch through the left side body. Inhale, rise back up, reach up. Plant the hands on the mat underneath the shoulders, rebend through that right knee. Come back to tabletop. Let's do the left side. Take an inhale. Lift the left knee out to the side. Puppy peeing on a fire hydrant. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. Lift. Hold here. Extend the left leg. Place the foot on the floor. And find that nice stretch through the left inner thigh. Make sure your right toes are tucked. And then maybe sending the bum back towards that right heel. Take the forearms down to the floor and relax the head down. Press down through the hands, shift the shoulders forward, come back to tabletop with the left leg extended. Left fingertips behind your left ear. Inhale, left elbow comes up, twist. And exhale, thread, reach under the right armpit. Inhale, lift. And exhale, thread and reach. One more, inhale, elbow up. Exhale, reach. Plant the left hand. Walk the hands in towards your right knee, lift the torso, inhale, reach up. Take the left hand onto the left thigh, lean to the left. Big side body stretch for the right side of your torso. Inhale, reach up. Plant the hands, shoulders over the wrists, re-bend into that left knee. Find a tabletop position. Keeping the hips over the knees and the back toes tucked, start to walk the hands out in front of you. So one at a time, walking them out, allowing the chest to lower down towards the mat. Maybe the forehead rests on the floor. I'm finding a puppy pose here. Think about pulling the low belly up away from the floor, ribs up away from the floor. Nice long spine. Instead of just arching through that lower back, see if you can bring the belly up. Think about spiraling the backs of the arms down towards the floor. One more breath. And then press down through the hands. Walk them back in towards self. Coming back into that tabletop position. Let's make our way onto our belly. So just slide out onto your belly. However you'd like to get there is perfect. Feet are extended, tops of the feet on the mat. Tent the fingers out wide from your shoulders. Elbow tips are pointing up towards the ceiling. And think about creating little mountain peaks with your elbows here. Take an inhale, peel the chest up. Funky cobra. Think about squeezing your bum here. Feet can be nice and wide as your mat. As you exhale, chest comes down. Inhale to lift the chest, peel it up. And exhale, lower. One more inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. Beautiful. Keep the left fingertips tented right where they are, and then extend the right arm out to the right side. So your hand and shoulder are roughly in line here. Start to turn onto the right side of your right hip. Allow the head to relax down here. So we're looking for a nice chest stretch here. So the right side of the chest. And if you need a little bit more of an intense sensation, you can bend into that right elbow, and that will make the twist, or the stretch rather, a little bit more intense. And do whatever feels comfortable with your legs. So keeping them extended and stacked, maybe fetal position legs, or even stepping that top foot behind your bottom leg. Start to release back onto your belly. Tent the right fingertips out wide from the right shoulder, extend the left arm, and then roll over onto the left hip. Other side. Allow the side of the head to relax down and get nice and comfy with your legs. Slowly make your way back onto your belly. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes, press yourself back up to that tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Great. Walk your hands forward about one handprint and then shift the shoulders over the wrists. So we're coming into a knee down plank here. Think about squeezing your bum, pressing the floor away, pulling that low belly in and up. From here, elbows bend straight back and lower your chest down just 1 inch and press back up. Little chaturanga here. Send the bum back towards your heels. Keep the toes tucked and keep the hands right where they are. So child's pose, but we're not going to stay here for too long. We'll just reach with those arms and then shift forward,
Find that knee down plank. Lower the chest down 1 inch. Press back up, and then bum to the heels, child's pose. Keep the toes tucked. Inhale, come forward. Little chaturanga. Press back up. Child's pose. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward. Hold the plank for a moment. And then come to sit on the side of your left hip. So just bring it down. Knees are bent, ankles are stacked, and knees are stacked. Take that left hand so that it's just in front of your left shoulder. Reach your right arm towards the back of the mat. Without thinking too much about it, take an inhale, sweep that right arm up and over as you lift the hip. So think about reaching the right hip towards the ceiling. Really reaching through those fingertips. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more, just like this. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Great. Plant the hands. Roll back onto the knees. Find that knee down plank. Squeeze the bum. Low belly in and up. Great. Take an inhale here. And then lower the chest down 1 inch. Press back up. Child's pose. Tuck the toes. Inhale, shift forward. Little chaturanga. Press back to child's pose. One more, just like this. Shift forward. Lower. Child's pose. Shift forward and hold. And then sit on the side of the right hip. Walk the right hand a little bit more far forward. Ankle stacked, knees stacked. Left arm reaches towards the back of your mat. Take an inhale. Sweep the arm up and overhead. Lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, lift. And lower. Great. Plant the hands on the mat. Come back into a tabletop position. Make sure your toes are tucked. And then send the hips up and back. We'll come into our first downward facing dog. Pedal it out here, bending one knee and then the other. Spread the fingers wide. Press the floor away. Find some stillness in your down dog. Bend your knees, look towards your hands, and then walk your feet up to your hands. Just some small steps until you're in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Keep the knees nice and bent here. Nice, generous bend. Crown of the head reaching towards the floor. Inhale, lift the torso halfway. Bring the palms to your shins. Nice long spine. Crown of the head reaching forward. Exhale to fold. Ground down through the heels. Rise all the way up. Reach the arms up overhead. Palms come to touch. And then bring them through heart center. Release your hands down by your sides. Finding a Tadasana mountain pose. Feet are together. Palms face forward. Nice proud chest here and gentle squeeze of the bum. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, still keeping that bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold, plant the palms, step the right foot to the back of the mat, left foot to the back of the mat, plank pose. On an exhale, send the bum up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lizard lunge. Hands can be on the floor, or you can take your hands onto blocks if you have them handy. Come on high on the ball of the left foot here and just gently rock back and forth. So think about pressing the heel back and forward, back and forward. Nice long spine. And let's lower the left knee down onto the mat. Great. Toes can be untucked or tucked, you choose. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, send the bum back towards that left heel as you straighten out through the right leg, half splits. So thinking belly towards thigh here, little bend in that right knee, right toes up towards the ceiling. Crown of the head reaches forward. Inhale, shift forward. Remove your blocks if you were using them. And then heel toe your right foot in a couple steps. You can take your right hand to the outside of the right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee off the mat. Take an inhale and reach up, lift the torso, crescent pose. Adjust your stance however you need to. Find your balance here. Pull that right hip back in space, and left hip is facing forward. Start to turn your left toes to the left, ground down through the heel, and open the arms out in a T shape. So right arm is forward, left arm is back. Warrior two. Right knee over the ankle, and think about aligning the knee with the baby toe edge of your right foot. On an exhale, left hand behind the back, right arm reaches up, lean back, reverse warrior. Bend a little more into that right knee. Inhale, warrior two. Windmill the arms down, plant them on either side of your front foot. Step that right foot back to plank, hips up and back, down dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it to the outside of your left hand. Find that lizard lunge. Keep the right knee lifted for now. And just start to rock back and forth if that feels good for you. Neck in line with the spine. And then release the right knee down towards the floor. Find that lizard lunge with the knee down. And then on an exhale, send your bum back towards the right heel. Straighten out through that left leg. Half splits. Belly to thigh. Crown of the head reaching forward. Inhale, shift forward, back into that lizard lunge. Heel toe that left foot in a couple steps so you can take the left hand to the outside of the foot. Tuck right toes, lift right knee. Take a big inhale, reach up, rise up, crescent pose. Adjust as needed. We're high on the right toes. Turn the right toes to the right, ground down through the heel, left arm forward, right arm back, warrior two. Take the right hand behind the back, left arm up, lean back, reverse warrior. Big side body stretch for the left. Inhale, warrior two. Take the hands on either side of your front foot. Step the left foot to the back of the mat, plank pose. Hips up and back, down dog. Bend the knees, look forward, and walk to the top of your mat, coming back into that forward fold. Inhale, lift the torso halfway. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up, palms to touch, and bring them through heart center. Release your hands down by your sides. Find a mountain pose here. Close the eyes. Take a big deep breath here, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Slowly start to flutter your eyes open. This is where I will leave you, friends. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.